a Saturday.
Okay, Saturday.
August 21st, Gyrate is at the Point at 1565 North Milwaukee from 8 to 1. All women DJs for Gyrate, yeah.
And Milwaukee, like Wicker Park, has been bussing. It's been bussing.
You can't. Don't park on Milwaukee.
I pulled up.
You will get towed.
I literally pulled up like a couple weeks ago, and I'm like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Yeah.
Take my ass.
They like changed it up because you used to be able to park there, and now you can't.
I know how to call it. Collab.
Welcome back to the Running Back Podcast. This is a podcast for the culture. A podcast where you come to listen to your favorite people talk that shit. And I'm one of your hosts, Percy.
I'm BOBBYBANDZZZ.
Behind the camera, we got that man, Reef.
Yo.
Yes, sir. Sitting at the table. I'm going to say this again. It's not even March. If you're listening to the audio, go to YouTube right now and thank me when you get there in the comments. We have one of the most slept on, hardest working.
Yeah, she worked hard.
Just vibe setters. Because it's a vibe when she enters the room. We got Mamicana at the table.
What's up, y'all? It's me. Hey.
Welcome.
Yeah,
Salud. Cheers.
We're looking for a sponsorship, but we're not. But if y'all looking for someone to sponsor, hit us up, Modelo. That felt like a commercial.
Why not?
No, but we got one of the hardest working. You've been grinding.
She just ran through her schedule with us.
Yeah. But you've been grinding for a minute. If you guys don't know, she's a DJ in the Chicagoland area, and further ventures if out of town or whatever and beyond.
That's
but
the goal.
Yeah, but how
get food out?
How has your DJ experience been so far?
It's been beautiful. It's been amazing.
Everything you can imagine, from good to bad to good, or
not that much bad. I think bad
good.
has been on my part of not being maybe prepared or asking the right questions or
experience thing.
Exactly. Yeah. So
Learn.
That's the bad, but it's not bad. So no, it hasn't been bad. No, it's been good. It's been good. But yeah, I think a nice balance. But I've never done something like this before. Yeah. So it's
what made you get into DJing?
Man, I've always been into music. So I'm gonna start there. Like I've always listened to music. Back when the iPods came out, I kept my shit organized. The album artwork. Yeah. When the iPods got more updated, you would see the pic. Yeah, so I cared about that stuff. And I still care about it. So I I just always loved music, and then went to U of I, partied there. That's how we met, and it was fun there. And I always loved our parties there. Like I partied with a lot of Black people, and they always shout out DJ Matrix. He's been DJing there too. He's good. Nice. But yeah, I was always like, wow, good vibes. And then I come back to Chicago, and I'm like, oh, I partied in River North a little bit.
It's not the same.
I don't know. I feel like there wasn't a space for us. For Black people. For just I don't know, to shake ass and to not feel I don't know. So I'm like, why doesn't this exist? Or where is it?
Yeah.
And if it does, I need to find it, or I can create it. And I got inspired. I bought my first controller. It was
a small one?
Yeah.
The single one? Or
it has 2 decks, but it's tiny. It's tiny. And I learned how to blend. So I would play music songs back and forth. I started downloading music, saving it to a hard drive, and then I downloaded Serato. Yeah. And then I bought a bigger controller, which is the one I still use today. Okay. And because I needed more, I'm like, there's something missing. I can't just keep blending with I need to turn the bass down. I need to turn the mids down. I was watching YouTube, learning about, and then it's just a lot. Babes Only. Shout out to Evie the Cool. She's also amazing DJ. Started Babes Only, which is a nonprofit that uplifts women and puts them on to DJ. So she put me on my first gig in July of 2020 at Lululemon on North Avenue. It was virtual. And we had masks on. It was in the middle of COVID, It was July 2020. So
did you feel That's why you got into it? Like during COVID, you had more downtime?
Yes. Yeah. I practiced a lot. And then this year, July of this year, I posted on my Instagram, like, me mixing. Mm-hmm. Like, I put my phone in front of me and I just, like...
Was that the first time that you...
Like, yeah, I was really just scared about it. But I have a close friend. And I would post on there. So, like, they knew what was up.
And you would send me some, like, mixes, too.
And I post them on SoundCloud because I did post the mix on SoundCloud, but I didn't like promote it because I was like embarrassed about it. Oh, there goes my umbrella. I got but yeah, I just went on a tangent there, but that's how I started. Yeah. So with the bigger equipment, I started practicing even more, and then I felt confident, and then I found Babes Only. I worked with Evie; she put me on, and then it kind of went from there. But it really took off more this year. Last year I was DJing, but not in real life. In person. Like,
so now you got more opportunity because bars are open.
Yes, exactly.
Have you heard anything with the COVID numbers now? Like, are they saying like they're going to close the bars? Or are they going to open it? Because you have, all the stuff that happened with Lala and all that.
Exactly.
Cold weather season.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's happened in every other country.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But it's hard to say. I know Bourbon on Division is requiring you to have the vaccine card or negative. So that's
I think if they shut it down, it will be after like a Memorial Day, or I think whatever it's a lot of money behind these events. People have paid hundreds of thousands of dollars and booking and everything,
And of course, money comes first, right? Because people's health doesn't matter.
But that's how I think, like they can't, you see the numbers every day. Then they went back to wearing masks in buildings. They're not enforcing it, but they suggested.
Yeah.
No, Costco suggested the mask. I was like, well, give me a mask.
Right. yeah. No. But, as it gets, you haven't heard nothing, is there...
No, I haven't. It's really a question mark, though. But I feel like from what we've seen globally, it's probably going to happen. But also, you're right about what you said. So it's really hard to say. No venues have said anything otherwise. People are still... There's still events. I'm still getting booked for September.
Yeah, that's true.
But that could change. Very well. Can get canceled,
Same thing happened in 2020 where we was kind of like, man, they were struggling. Glad over here.
Yeah.
And then... First case, he was like, buddy tripping. He should have stayed where he was at. And then it just spirals.
Yeah.
I mean, not to go into a COVID conversation.
We there.
We are there. Public health. But I don't think they will go back to like a lockdown. I think you can't control the mass at this point.
I don't know.
I just feel like every other country. You think if they say,
remember the first lockdown, everybody was like inside.
Yeah.
Like when they first announced it, like the first whatever.
I don't know.
And then the second time, motherfuckers was driving around. They realized the cops ain't pulling people over.
That's what people scared of too. Like
they like, man, if
mandated curfew, you gotta be inside. Cops gonna be on us. Only the people.
But then you got people like, I ain't getting pulled over. What the fuck?
I was running around like I'm what was it? What's the word?
Essential. You was an essential.
Yeah, I'm essential, man.
You got your essential card in your passenger seat. Like people had essential cards right there, but I don't think
I didn't give us one.
I don't think they can go back to it. I don't think you can.
I don't know. They did it in France. Like a lot of countries went on a second lockdown, but I don't know the Delta variant. But I feel like, I know somebody who is sick and they're vaccinated.
Yeah.
So like,
you never know.
You don't. So I don't know. I don't know. I think health comes first. So I don't agree that that's the way you described it, but you're not lying about how you described it.
Yeah.
So it's, it might not happen, but I haven't heard anything otherwise. I'm still getting booked. So that's
keep popping up, keep pulling up.
Exactly.
You have an event next Friday, right?
Saturday. It's a Saturday.
Okay, Saturday.
August 21st, Gyrate is at the Point at 1565 North Milwaukee from 8 to 1. It's all women DJs. It's called Gyrate,
And Milwaukee, like Wicker Park, has been busting. It's been busting.
You can't. Don't park on Milwaukee.
I pulled up.
You will get towed.
I literally pulled up like a couple weeks ago, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
Take my ass
They
home.
like changed it up because you used to be able to park there, and now you can't.
Now the whole street.
Now the police are like waiting for you to park there so they can tell you.
You can't park there
at all.
No. I always get a Spot Hero. Shout out to Spot Hero.
Yeah.
Shout out to Spot Hero because they are great.
They are, yeah.
Please promote us too.
Yes.
We use you a lot.
Yeah, we need a discount code. Hashtag Spy Hero Mamicana.
Exactly.
There you go. Oh, but yeah, it's been busting. So I know it's been fun DJing over there.
It is fun. It is. I don't even know if fun is the word. Fun is a good word.
What was your first like set when you were live, right? So you had your first, it was 2021 where you said you went in. What was that experience? Was it nerve-wracking? Was it... I know it was nerve-wracking, but how did it go?
It went well. I think it was for a pop-up at Bourbon on Division for South Boulevard, like clothing company. They did a pop-up. And I DJ'd the first 2 hours. So the people were shopping and mingling and stuff. And yeah, I think it went well. Like people came up to me and like told me I did a good job and stuff. Like that'll happen.
Yeah.
Like, oh hey, you're killing it or whatever. I'm like, okay, I think I'm doing okay. But there's always someone who won't like it either. And that's
right,
okay.
Of course. You can't satisfy everybody.
Exactly. Yeah. So you also have to accept that, right?
At what point? I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. Yeah.
At what point does the nerves go away during that first set? Was like when you realize
after you start shaking, you're
like you rocking.
Yes, exactly. That's kind of when it happens because then you're in the groove. You're like, okay, it's already been 20 minutes. We're here. It's happening. So you're just in the moment. And at that point, you have to pay attention and work because I'm working. Yeah, because they're paying me.
I DJ'd one time. One time only. I retired. I went while I was on top. Right, I got compliments too. They told me, "Damn, bro, how long you been DJing?" I'm like, "My first day, bro. Don't tell nobody." But I learned how to blend just like hanging out with my DJ friends. Yeah,
it's not hard.
But like, it was.
He turned down like 3 gigs since then, though.
No. But it was just like so hard to focus on like trying to play a song. Like what really nerve-wracked me was like the next song. How do I follow up?
Oh,
yeah. Like
you make a playlist though. You
that's true. See, but that's
lack of experience. You going like, okay, they like that.
I got told I was gonna DJ that day. Like, I wasn't a DJ. See, you kind of prepared. Me, I was thrown into the fire.
You weren't ready.
So my heart was like, oh my god.
I had no music. Like you gotta play for an hour. You got 4 songs.
I'm texting the DJ. When are you getting there? I'm almost there, bro.
Winding it down.
Hurry the fuck
up. When are you getting here?
Yeah. But so your first experience was good?
It was good. It was good. I enjoyed myself. Some friends pulled up on me too. That's always good when their friends come.
How has that been? It's hard to get everyone's support, right? Like when it comes to
yeah. I mean, I feel a lot of support overall. Like the people who
you want there.
Exactly. Who I fuck with. Can I curse on here?
Yeah. I already did. This is no filter.
Period. Okay. Yeah. People who I fuck with pull up, or if they can't, they message me or they ask me how my set was, so like I feel a lot of support. And I feel support from other DJs too. Nice. And I support them. That's like one of the first rules of advice, not rules. It kind of is a rule because I'll tell another up and coming DJ the same thing. But a DJ told me that to show up and support. So even, going to the event, which is obviously the best way, but also sharing on Instagram or comments. Those are important. People talk about it, but it's like really important. Yeah. It's how we promote ourselves. So if you can comment a fire emoji, it's cool.
Yeah.
So
how has that been marketing wise when it comes to events?
It's been good. I mean, I think I can always do better, like with flyers or like timing and analytics of like when is a good time to post so that the most people can see it. Yeah. I'm still trying to build like with Gyrate, like I'm still trying to build like a mail list so that like more people can know that Gyrate's happening. But the good thing is that since it's on Milwaukee, we get a lot of foot traffic. So like people come through because they hear good music.
Right.
But I think it could always be better. But yeah, that's why I need a manager.
Yeah.
I need it could always be better, right? But I'm doing my best.
Talk about Gyrate as like an event, as like the experience, as people, going to an event like that.
Yeah, it's
what kind of music,
Yeah, it's inspired. For me, I was inspired by like the Caribbean and Black people, and just like I've traveled a lot around the world and just heard a lot of music, and I just feel like the commonality is like people love to dance and sweat and just feel like loved on by a fine ass person. Like, feeling it too. Yeah. And so I just feel like with Gyrate, I wanted to bring that to Chicago and like play music that people might not have ever heard before. If you didn't leave Chicago or been to New York or Miami and like partied out there, I say those two cities, right? Because they're accessible from Chicago, right? Mm-hmm. They be playing, like I hear a lot of cool shit out there, like a lot of Dembo in Miami and in New York too, right? And that shit busting. Like, why are people playing this? I only hear that at Sitio. Shout out to Sitio. Yeah. 1255 North Division Dominican restaurant. They've been open like 17 years. Yeah. So good. Yeah. But that's where I hear Dembo, right? But I'm like, people like it. El Alfa is so hot right now. So like, and shout out to the DJs in Chicago be playing El Alfa, and I'm Dominican, half Dominican. So I love to hear them bow out, right? But I feel like it wasn't always like that. So that's kind of what inspired me, because I'm like, there's a lot of hot music out there that should be played.
Has that connected you with like DJs?
Yeah.
Like just that style of music that you guys...
I think so. Yeah, I think so. Because I feel like we all inspire each other. Like I'll hear a song I've never heard before from a DJ. I'm like, wow, that sounds good. And it's not like, because no DJ blends the same or does the same transition. So just because if he put me on a song, but that's not something to be like, oh, she, this or that. Like if you heard a song at my set and you never heard it before and you saved it to your Spotify, I think I did a good job.
Yeah, hell
like that's my goal.
Of course. Yeah.
So like, yeah, I think it is like, I'm sure I inspire some, and I'm inspired by a lot.
And I feel like DJs control, like they're supposed to control hip hop. They're supposed to control the music like scene, because they are the first to like really play the music. Like the people, the streets, they're the ones who hear the music first.
Exactly.
Like before it's really like popping on the radio, you hear it in the club first. You hear it in the streets. You hear it in the cars. That's like people driving around. So like.
And that's like what inspired Gyrate. I feel like I wanted to bring that to the nightlife that I didn't see.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, there's so much in the streets. There's so much, especially in the Dominican Republic where I go a lot. That's how people party. They have these big ass speakers called kitipo. They call them kitipo. You sit in on top of your car, and the dude's car it is, or woman, whoever, it's usually not. Unfortunately, but that's what I'm trying to change. Right? I'm gonna bring my controller out there, but they do like competitions. So like the dude will be playing his music, and then another car will pull up, and like they'll like, and the crowd will like kind of just say who's doing better. Yeah, but that's how you hear. Yeah, exactly, because they play the dembo that's not on the radio, like Tokisha. Shout out to Tokisha.
Yeah,
she's so good. She's out of DR too.
Hey,
this
is Bruce.
Hey, Bruce.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Brother Bruce in the building.
But yeah, basically all of that. I wanted to bring the Caribbean and like Black everything to a space where people can enjoy music, see people, women dancing, and people dancing, and women DJing, Black women of color. But,
just triggered a couple ideas that we could talk about off camera.
Yeah, I'm trying, and I'm always trying to level up with Gyrate too. I want to, Boiler Room inspires me. Shout out Boiler Room. Shout out so many things inspire me, but they inspire me too. Their parties are like kind of underground. They started in the UK, but they inspired Gyrate too. So Gyrate show is August 21st, and it's gonna be the 6th show.
Nice.
So it started in.
Do you do it yourself? Do you have other DJs that do it with you?
I always bring DJs on.
Okay,
yes.
Nice.
But it's only women for now. I might mix it up in the future, but I've only had women on my lineups.
Nice.
And yeah, it's all me. But shout out LaPointe and their team. Shout out to Jerry. Shout out Lisa. They're all great. They all
for you to be like, you know, so you say you just really got, you know, your feet wet. For you to just start your own, like, you know, Saturday night to have, like, you know, other women, you know what I'm saying, like putting them in a position where they could, like, that's amazing. Like,
giving them a whole platform.
Yeah, like, that's why I said, like, when I see you work, you really working, like, you're really grinding. You're really popping up every event. I see your name on the list, and I'm like, God damn, she working. She crazy, you know, and I'm always like in my head, like, I love to see people, you know what I'm saying, keep working like that.
Yeah, that's if I stop hustling, I stop getting paid, and I stop working. Like, so
how's that part? Because I hear a lot of DJs struggle with people, like with promoters and
like with getting paid. Yeah. You know, I think you have to know what you're worth, and you have to be. I think that's where communication for real comes through. If you're gonna get booked, you need to say, "This is my rate," and if you can't do it, then either it's a non-negotiable, or you know, are they offering you drinks or food or whatever? I don't know. But if that's not what you want, then that's not the gig for you. But I think it starts with, because that's what I struggled with too, like kind of knowing what you're worth.
You're kind of undercutting yourself.
Exactly, because it's like, am I
most slept on?
Exactly. It's like,
she working.
Yeah, exactly. So,
what's one of your goals for this year?
Ooh.
For a gyrate or just yourself?
It's August, so it could be a next year thing too.
Yeah, I think my goal, I guess, thinking about gyrate, my goal is to record the show and upload it to YouTube. I'm trying to so that y'all can watch it.
Yeah.
And I'm still getting paid because it's getting streamed.
Yeah,
right.
So everybody wins.
Have you? So you say you've been from the island. You Dominican. You went to the island. You've been all over the traveled. Those parties, like them bowl settings. Have you seen that here? Is that something you're trying to create? Is that what you're chasing? Like, because when you see them videos of them twerking, juking, and people are there. You got a guy jumping on the girl, like all that. You don't see that really here. Is that something? Is that?
I've seen it in New York. I've seen it in the Bronx.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen
that's why I said, like,
people,
the real original hip hop shit.
Yeah, kind of street, like they be outside with the speaker. It might not, but I've seen Kitipos in New York. New York is like a baby DR, so I can't.
Baby DR, baby Puerto Rico,
baby
Haiti,
yeah, exactly.
Baby Haiti.
But in Chicago, no, I haven't. Like, and that's what I'm like trying to do with that. Like, I want to see people dancing. I want to see
people out there gyrating.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Whether it's like, if you're at the point, you can hear the music outside too. So, can't pay the cover, then juke outside then. That's just, yeah.
Do you think you have to have like a sense of irrational confidence to be a good DJ, or do you think it's just a matter of like just being good?
Confidence. Yeah, I think you have to be confident. I think confidence means that it's about you, right? So confidence means that you trust that you can do or be or look a certain way, right? So yeah, I'm confident in my skill that I can blend and I can lead a crowd. So yeah, I think you need it. Yeah, you need it. That's it. That's the question.
How important is that part? Reading the crowd.
It's very important, and I'm still learning that because I think I can be staring at the computer the whole time and just kind of I DJ with my headphones on. Shout out to DJs who don't.
Yeah,
but I still need.
Gotta hear that.
Or I just like it sounds different when you're hearing it without them.
Yeah,
and you need to queue up you have to queue up the next song. So.
Have you ever had trouble where like the club is like, hey, don't play that song, or hey, we're going for this kind of night?
Yes, that's happened to me.
Yeah.
Yes.
How does that feel? Like, does it feel like you
like a gut
right? Because I worked at a bar, so I know they'll be like, hey, go tell the DJ he can't play that. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, all right, hey, you can't play that. They're like, people are jamming. They're like dancing. Everybody just got up, and you want me to change the song now? Yeah, it feels, you have to not take it personal,
even though it's hard not to, right? Because you literally played a song and they're like,
don't do that.
That's how
so it's hard not to.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's happened to me. And I think through my head, if you're just wondering like my thoughts, I'm not gonna say who or what or where or when it happened, but it was just more like I'm like, why book me if although yes, I understand if it's a specific themed night.
Yeah.
You know, but if you tell me it's open format and then you tell me to play more of X, it's just like it's open format, which
then really it's not.
Yeah, so then now I'm just upset, and now I'm just annoyed, and then you
did some homework, got a playlist ready.
Yeah, a little thing.
But I think that comes with experience too, because you just learn different like bars and clubs.
Exactly,
too.
You learn where you want to play or where you don't want to play.
But it sucks because do you feel like you're limiting yourself?
No. Because there's always an opportunity. That's true. So if you say no to one, it's okay. Yeah. Especially if they're not even paying you like a little more than your rate. All right. You'll find one that will. So,
Do you have a time where I guess you have? How would you advise somebody to get their rate or like stick to it?
Is it based on experience? Is it based on skill? Is it based on
because as a like budding entrepreneurs, which I would consider a DJ is like your work directly affects your pay. So setting your price can be hard for that type of field.
Yes, it is
like,
hard.
How would you or how did you determine like this is where I feel my value is right now? This is what I need for my time.
I think recently I've been thinking about how much people have been reaching out to me to book
like
me.
The demand.
Exactly.
Supply. It makes it.
Yeah, supply and demand.
101.
Hey, we put economics.
When demand goes up.
Yeah, exactly. So I think as I see that people are reaching out to me more, I'm like, okay, I'm getting booked more. So I think I could charge a little more and see and, go from there.
These clubs can afford it.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like, these promoters can afford it.
I know.
They make lots of money. Even like, and like we said, like with COVID, like I feel like things are open back up. Like you see these bars and clubs, they're fully capacity. Like
and
people are turning up. Like people, a lot of people are vaccinated too. So a lot of people are outside.
Especially here.
Yeah.
Right.
So they can afford it.
So
you gotta give me a bottle or something.
Right. I know.
How does it feel after your set?
Feels.
Do you stay? You feel the vibe? Have you been bar hopping, club hopping, going to other different sets? No. I know a lot of DJs. They'll be like, "Oh, I'm going over here." And they move around a lot.
It depends. I think.
It's like I'm working and that's it. I don't want to stay here and kick it. Like.
Yeah. No, it's like that. But I think it just depends on how my week has been and if I'm in the mood. So it's like anything else.
True.
But yeah, sometimes I book my spot hero until 30 minutes after my set, and then I'm like, well, I gotta move my car, and then I'm just like, well, at that point, I'm just gonna go get food and go home. So, but yeah, I guess I don't party too much after my sets, but I've had a couple party moments after my set.
Do you drink while you're DJing? Do you limit yourself?
A little bit. Yeah. I usually have a water bottle, but I always lose my water bottles when I travel. I left it in another state. So I usually have a water bottle in my hand, like when I'm DJing to keep it full. But I'll have a beer or two.
Yeah. I get you a branded water bottle.
Yeah, exactly. Something nice, insulated. Keep it cold.
Keep it cold.
So yeah. But yeah, I'll have a drink or two, but I'm not really. You can't really try to convince me to DJ over some alcohol. Like, what happened to the weed?
Yeah. Facts.
Yeah, offer me a pre-roll or 4 or something, not just one. Right, not just one.
How did you feel when Illinois became legal?
I think it was great. I think it's good. I think it should have been. I think it should be federal. I think it should be globally.
Yeah.
So
I think so.
I think, yeah, it's good. It's great.
That's right.
Great for the state.
You know, I have a.
Oh my God. We got that on camera.
Yeah, we do. We do. We can cut it.
Okay.
We could,
I mean, or you could leave it.
We could run it back.
It's fine. There wasn't that much in there.
What the hell's I? Oh, I have a.
Back to what I'm doing.
I have a like a weed flag that I've been meaning to like bring in here, but then I'm like, am I doing the most? You know what I'm saying? Like
a weed flag.
It's like
it's
a great. It's like
open.
It's right there waiting for the weed flag, but it's an American flag with
weed stars.
Weed stars all over it.
I say no to it because I don't want the American flag.
Yeah.
Weed stars.
Fuck colonialization, right?
Yeah, I think flags are great, but they're also kind of, I don't know. I think if it was just the plant, I'd fuck with it.
Oh, wait, no. I'm lying. It's the flag. And I think no. I don't even know.
It's not 50.
I took a picture
right?
with one. I'm
I think I
confusing
remember.
one in New York. I took a picture with one that was different than the one I have now. That's why I'm confused.
Okay.
But the one I have now is an American one with like weed flag, like weed signs.
Okay.
Yeah.
You should pass that to me. Yeah.
The 50 states of weed.
Yeah.
That's the goal. I think that's what makes sense.
That's the national legalization flag.
Exactly.
But, yeah, but
see, when you put it that way,
I think it's gonna become legal in the next 10 to 12. I guess what? How many elections? Another.
Oh my
2 more
God, that
elections?
long?
Yeah, I think it's gonna take that long.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to have a couple motherfucking generations die before they let it go.
That makes sense.
Because there's some people that are just stuck in old times.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. Like they see weed and like so I went
same with our generation and the one under us is at Rolling Loud. They were at
the
Woodstock.
Woodstock. Yep, in 72. Getting high, smoking weed, getting drunk.
Yeah, exactly.
But no, I think I don't know. It's just some people just are critical to everything. Refills.
Thank you.
Good refills. Refills.
I got you.
Thanks. I was gonna do it. I saw someone do it one time.
Me too. I had a video of it like 2 weeks ago. I'm like, I think Percy did it. Oh, you did it but he did it with the beer top.
Oh yeah, I was trying to open
at the strip club, right?
ring.
I mean,
yeah.
Run it back.
Modelo.
Nah, we were at a bachelor party.
Oh, which might as well be a strip club.
Yeah, it was cool.
What's the point of those?
On the expressway.
What are the point of bachelor parties?
Like
that's a great question.
That's a good question.
That is a great question.
But to
release you into the wild.
Is it like
your last hurrah? That's what they say.
That's how it's branded.
That's how it's branded. It's like your last.
So what are the boundaries, or is that dependent on the couple? Like,
yeah, I think that's like
understood. Okay,
I think
couple to couple.
Okay.
Some couple might be like,
don't ask, don't tell.
Some people might.
Right. So like, I'm just if we're like, yeah, we're gonna have a bachelor party. It's like, okay, so should I assume?
You should never
assume. Never assume you're fucking.
You should.
No, I'm just gonna ask.
Yeah. I guess you just ask.
Are you
good at
that? No, but I think it's more of about like the people that are there.
Okay.
When it comes to a bachelor party, because so my friend, he's getting married next week in Mexico, and he tells me the bachelor party's this day, whatever. When I walk in the door, I don't know what to expect. Like, I've never been to a bachelor party, right? I've never been a part of a wedding or anything. So when I walk in, I don't know who is invited. I don't know who. So I walk in, I'm like, holy shit, this is a bachelor party. Like, it was like 30 people. right?
Oh.
Yeah.
About 20 plus people, like
Yeah.
all his closest friends, and like, so it's one of those where it's like invite all your old, like, hey, I'm getting married, come out, it's my last time going out. You really don't have to like step out of
As
the
a legally
boundaries.
single man.
Right.
Yeah, you like
Okay.
you don't have to like have strippers, or you don't have to
Don't
like
have to.
some people just go on a night out, get drunk as fuck, and
Just
and
party.
and it's kind of like your last
Right.
night.
I got you.
Yeah,
Okay.
but couple to couple.
Right. Right.
Some
Yeah.
people ask. Some people don't gotta ask.
Yeah, some people don't want to know.
Right. Yeah. Some people don't want to know.
Some people
That's
don't
true.
want to know.
I think I want to know.
Do you? Are you okay with the answer though?
Yes. I'd want to know though.
Yeah,
I mean, that's this. Why not? Why don't the people want to know? That's what I want to know.
Because what you want to know, you don't actually want to know.
You don't want to know.
But what are you afraid of?
Feelings.
I'm gonna say this as an example. I think
That's the answer.
yeah, for your
So
feelings.
y'all are avoidance. Got it.
We avoid
Avoidance. It's easier to
just
avoid
than to confront.
than to
confront.
feel like you fucked him. How does it make
Ooh,
you feel?
that's-
Sit with it. How does it feel? Why does it hurt so
that's
much?
a dagger right there.
Why is it such a dagger? What is so daggerful about it? Is it because what is it? Like, let's
Okay.
I actually like your position on this.
Yeah. So the answer, you start first.
I just feel like is it the ego that's in the way? Because like
That's true.
Yeah.
why
100%.
if this person is like delivering in other ways for you as you need them to be, and then you find or they tell you like, yes, I did sleep with somebody, but I'm still gonna cook you breakfast in the morning, like you like it.
Fuck the breakfast. What the fuck you talking about? You slept with who? You gonna throw me off? Fuck breakfast.
Forget all that shit.
What is that? Hold on. What? You slept with, and what he do to you?
Who?
Him. You just
You want to know? Oh my god.
See, but then, do
once
you
you got
really
it,
want
once
to?
you-
Well,
See, but I'm that type because the
Once
thought.
you know, you want to know.
No, but the
Now
thought
you
will
got-
eat you alive.
So you
Like
rather
how
not know.
far? How far did you go?
Well, but I'm saying, but
You
you,
know what I'm
wouldn't
saying?
know
Like-
because you would talk about those things with your partner. This wouldn't.
would?
This
You
should
would?
not be a surprise.
Yeah, no.
This wouldn't be like you did what. This would have already been
But that-
discussed ideally, right? This is not
right,
like,
right.
Yeah,
hey, I did this, even though that's usually how it happens.
yeah.
Mhm.
But I'm trying to like switch it up where like, what if you were already aware and you had that trust with your partner where it
Oh,
how far
okay,
did it go? You
okay.
already know. Like
Oh,
she
okay.
didn't.
I know
suck
she a
dick.
freak. No, crazy.
Because we discussed that she wouldn't do
I know she a
that.
freak. I know how
Oh,
my
they
girl.
use the condom.
No, some niggas. I know how my girl get down.
Don't suck his
You know what I'm saying? I know how
Right,
my
like
girl
you
get
set
down.
boundaries so you would know about it.
Yeah, no, of course. Yeah.
But I'm just saying, but
But are
are
you
you
setting
comfortable
boundaries?
with that?
No video evidence.
No
No
video
video.
evidence. Right. Yeah, that would be bad.
See, well,
I guess I hate this whole like I
Possessiveness.
just think everybody cheats in some way. I just wish we talked about how we felt. We're all there's 7
Okay.
billion people on this planet.
Yeah.
You think I'm gonna see somebody,
Right.
even though I'm with somebody, just be like, wow, you look good, and like we get along.
yeah.
Is that cheating? I'm not saying that's cheating, but I'm just
No,
saying.
but some
Some
people
people consider that.
categorize
and it
like
could
cheating.
be. Yeah.
Some people categorize cheating.
But like that's. I just feel like that's unrealistic to think that something like
Yeah.
that wouldn't happen.
yeah.
Mhm.
And then you get mad about it because it happened. It's like,
Yeah.
but
But if you're married, is that like last strike?
no, I think it depends on the couple.
Yeah.
Depends on the
Because
couple,
if you're
yeah.
married and that's what y'all are into, then
Well-
you're in a great marriage.
Well, exactly. Everybody's happy.
Exactly.
I hope.
There's no.
See,
I
but
think,
no.
I think at least,
okay.
but that requires
So-
emotional
so
intelligence
no,
that a lot of
I'm-
people
I'm-
don't have.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you about something. This is not my experience, but this is somebody I know's experience.
Run it back off the record.
Hey, this is someone's experience that they said, "Okay, I'm a woman. My man wanted to have bring another woman to the bed.
Mhm.
They did it. right? They did it again. Twice. After that, the nigga started reaching out on his own.
But he didn't communicate.
He didn't. He was on some, yo.
That's sneaky. That's not how it's supposed to go.
But that's what I'm saying, like.
But that's wrong.
Yeah, that's cheating? That's cheating then, right?
That's right. He was supposed to say, I like her. Do you like her? How do we do this? Do we have each relationship with her?
Yeah.
Or do we only share with her when she's at the house?
Yeah.
And you need to trust each other's answer, right? But that's how you build that trust. You talk about it. You know what? I am feeling her. I do like her. I do kind of want to talk to her. Okay.
Your woman might say, you know what? We did it already. But I'm okay with her. But then once it happens, then she might be like, actually, I'm not okay. And that's different than getting caught.
And it's still okay that she might change her mind because you don't know until it happens.
But you might get caught sneaking.
Exactly. At least you were honest.
But it also could be like intimidating. Like, why do you like as a woman? Don't get me wrong. Like self-confidence, like being what's the word? Self-esteem. Like that could affect a woman's self-esteem. Like, damn. Like, okay, we fucked 3 times this week, and you were texting this bitch that day we just fucked, nigga. Like, think about it. Think about the variables that are in between. Like,
I agree.
You know, so
but
like,
I think it's not for everybody.
It's not for everybody.
But and
that's why for you said emotional. What you said.
You need to be. Yes, you need to feel like that you can trust your partner. You trust yourself.
Yeah.
You trust what you guys are doing is real and whatever. But yeah, it's not like you just like you need to talk about all of those things that you said. The fact that he did that without telling her, I think that was. All of that should have been communicated. The two of them could have hey, I want to reach out to her. How do you feel about it? You know what? I don't know how I like it. You know what? Do it, but I don't know how I'm going to feel about it. So I might react.
Yeah.
Well, do it. Don't tell me.
See, but
or that too.
Is that a realistic relationship?
But
are we?
You're gonna do it anyway.
No, but
aren't you gonna do it anyway?
I know, but we talk about but we talk about communication so much and how we need to communicate and people really communicate.
In this situation, he talked to her and got the threesome though.
He got what he wanted and he still wanted more, which is okay, but he should have brought it up to his partner even still.
I know.
The conversation was had to get the threesome. So.
Exactly. But now he wanted to do something on his own.
That's an idiot.
But exactly, because she might have been okay with it. If she was okay, she might have been okay with it. And I think even more is the accountability of the person. Like, of him being able to be like, you know what? I have, feelings, and I understand that this might affect you.
Not be feelings for the person.
Not be feelings. I don't know. Yeah, I say feelings.
But you can be lust. In lust.
Right,
you're in lust. In lust.
Exactly.
She might have just did something and y'all talk about it like, hey, she went crazy when she did the handstand thing. Yo.
Can I talk to her more about it?
Can I ask her where she learned that?
I'm about to text her about the handstand. You cool with that?
Might ask her for a video.
I'll
show it to you as well.
Hey, that is hilarious.
You know what I'm saying? So I think the moral is that communication is important for that to work. You can't just do that and be sneaky. If you're going to do it,
end that communication like you said, though.
Exactly. No, because it has to, if you're just not, like you said, you couldn't, and that's okay that you can't do that. And I'm not saying, I'm saying
most relationships, like if you listen to a lot of relationships, their problem is communication.
Yeah.
Like, even though you have one person that communicates really well, you have one person that doesn't.
Exactly.
So even if you're communicating, you guys are not communicating. You know, because
communicating ain't just talking.
And communicate ain't just talking. Yeah. Exactly. So that's why I think those relationships are rare. Like most people that have my dad had a threesome and listen. Hey, shout out my dad. You're a real nigga. Hey, shout out Pops, right? My ex stepmom was the second girl, the side chick in the threesome. He's pretty much similar. Met that one.
Shit.
Got the shit, damn, Shorty did that crazy. Hold on, I'm gonna text her.
Handstand was nuts.
Handstand left the first one and was with the other one for like X amount of years or whatever. But
damn.
It doesn't work though. I don't think it works. Like it's not for every. It doesn't.
You know what? Normal relationships don't work either.
They don't.
So what works?
That's true.
Do what works.
Find what works for you.
I'm gonna ask you this: did you guys see the Nick Cannon comments that he made?
I heard about him.
They interviewed him
about what?
So Nick Cannon has like what 7 baby mamas, right?
Just about.
And he was saying that he doesn't believe that like being in a monogamous relationship, that we've been like trained to that. We've been like, like colonized. He was talking about that.
Okay.
Like, these people came and this and that, and people used to have X amount of wives and all this stuff. And he says, like, if you communicate to these people, I should be able to have 7 baby mamas and 10 kids or, whatever the hell. But I forgot what the hell I was.
Or just 7 women that you seriously care about.
Yeah. Yeah, but
if you don't end up having babies by all of them at some point.
But at the same time, do you think he says that same answer if he has that money? Or you think that's just something that he's trained himself to believe?
Privilege has given him that privilege. The money has given him that privilege to be direct. And like, I mean, he walk into a room, he Nick Cannon wherever he go.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if that's like what he wants, then like a woman's either gonna say yes or no. Like, I'm down to be the 8th or I'm not. And that's it.
Are you chasing that bag?
For Nick Cannon? Oh my God. No.
But not for Nick Cannon?
I'm chasing the bag, not through
getting pregnant.
Or getting pregnant.
Right.
Hey, if you're a teenage girl and you're listening to this, don't chase the bag by getting pregnant. There you go. That's the public service announcement.
If you are any age.
yeah, that's true. If you're any age, please.
Please don't do that.
That's not it.
Yeah.
That was a hell of a topic.
That was, we could delve into that.
Wow. We could do a cheers.
I got one now.
Oh, good. Okay. Cheers.
Shout out Modelo.
We already shouted them out once.
They're
not paying us.
You're
exactly.
Right. You're very right.
Yeah. Exactly.
Shout out Mamicana at the RUNITBACK podcast.
I do that sometimes on my phone because I don't know what else. I need to work on my mic skills.
Do you? Is that one of your like biggest like
fears?
Yeah, talking, right?
Yeah, it's hard to be like, "What's up, y'all?"
Just don't be the baby. That's it.
No, I would never. I would no way.
Like, that ain't even in her lane.
Hey, no, I know that's complete opposite of you. Yeah. But for future other DJs, don't be the baby.
Yeah, no, don't.
But it's hard to like talk.
That's part of the confidence thing.
Yeah,
and just that's why it's important to go out and stuff. You like get inspired by other DJs, and there's a lot of DJs who talk, and there's some DJs who don't either.
No.
Yeah.
That's true.
That don't get on the mic.
They just play their name a bunch of times.
Some DJs don't have a lot of drops sometimes. Like some, everybody's style is different. And I'm, if I have a microphone, I'll try to use it. I try to sit in the uncomfortability that I feel when I'm like, I don't know what I be saying. I'm just so nervous. Just like say it and be done. I can't just try to plug myself like who I am.
I think you got so much culture to pull from that you'll find something dope.
Yeah, I'll figure it out. I'm figuring it out. We're always figuring it out.
And each crowd's different. So
exactly. Like Gyrate nights, I feel a little more safe, comfortable, people are,
you can say it.
So I'm used but exactly. So I'm working on it.
Have you dabbed into like EDM and like No?
Not EDM.
Not yet?
No, but
or like dubstep or any of that? Like,
no.
Nah. Electric.
Nah. What would you say is your lane?
My lane is like genre. It's like I guess I'd say like Afro beats, dancehall, reggaeton, dembow. I think that's like my top 5.
I had to book you for the family party.
Yeah, and then hip hop. I like to I have like I've done a couple throwback sets, so I have a lot of like throwbacks. House music. I got a little. I need to build that one up too. Cause shout out Chicago. Obviously, but yeah, got a couple classic Duke shits.
That's my favorite. Well, not my favorite to DJ. It's the only thing I can DJ because it's easy. It's like
on
the juke shit. Ask Jose. I'm like, hey, what's up? Can I fill for you? He be like, I don't need juke, bro. You only can do juke because that's all I can do.
That's funny.
Like,
but
well, not all I can do, but that's like the easiest for me to do.
My favorite is old nasty R&B.
Oh yeah,
that's my bag.
Yeah.
Hey, you heard his voice drop an octave. Hey, my old hey.
Old R&B.
P Sweat in the building.
It's real.
Run It Back
Podcast. There we go. We might have to like record that like Maybach music. Maybach.
Run It Back Podcast.
There, hey. Save it. There we go.
We'll see you royalties later.
Oh shit!
Ooh.
See, it happens.
It does all the time.
Kind of excited about that little drop you just gave us.
Use it. Use it.
How do you see yourself in the next 5 years as a DJ? Is that something you want to do full time, 100%, traveling, the whole 9 yard? You want to be artist DJ? Do you want to do like your own kind of thing?
I always say I don't want to be put in a box. So
Boom.
If I'm an artist DJ, you know, if everybody eats, right? So like if I'm an artist DJ, and that means like I go to their shows and I hype up the crowd, I play for them, you know, and hyping up the crowd, they know me. So like I can be my, you know, that would be like my ideal situation if I'm going to be an artist DJ. I don't want to lose like myself in that. Yeah,
working for
like
something.
because it's their brand, you know. So like, what does that look like? What does that mean?
Right.
Like, if I open up for you, right? Do I have to fit in? Can it, you know,
bring yours?
Yeah. So, but I haven't been approached by an artist to be like, "This is how it is." But that's how I'm assuming. We should never assume, but that's how I'm guessing it is, you know. But yeah, but I'm not closed off to it if the opportunity showed up.
The right opportunity.
Exactly, the right opportunity. But I do want to get flued out. I want to DJ. I want to take Gyrate like everywhere. Yeah. And I want to take like, sorry, the beer. I want to take Gyrate everywhere, and I want to travel the world. I want to DJ everywhere. I want to DJ in Berlin, London, Hong Kong, Bangkok, Santo Domingo, Taiwan. I'm trying to get booked at Taiwan. Yeah. August 23rd.
I got you. No, I'm definitely going to.
There are weekdays that it's okay.
Yeah.
La Placita be lit either way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Facts.
So I'm trying to, you know, always grow. And even if it's in Chicago too, but I would love to travel. I love traveling. So it makes sense.
How many places have you traveled to? If you could count.
I've been to Palestine, Israel, Jordan, Turkey, Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, Costa Rica.
Damn.
The passport got stamps.
It does have stamps. I have a new one though. It doesn't have stamps.
Oh, I just got mine.
One. Yeah, you gotta keep the old one. That's.
What's your favorite place to visit?
That's hard to say. I love the world. I go anywhere and it's my favorite. Make it my favorite.
Earth, nigga.
Earth. The world, Craig.
I mean, I think if you said like you could go anywhere right now and I have to pick somewhere, I would go to the Dominican Republic. It's familiar, it's comfortable, it's hot.
Yeah.
Would you go to space?
No.
No, or not yet?
It's scary.
It is.
It's a big fat risk.
It is. It is.
And no. I think that's for the very privileged, and it would feel weird to do that and not unless there was like an escape route that I can like free people like in jail.
Like Noah's Ark?
Yeah. Something like that. But if it don't involve liberation, I don't want to go.
Yeah. I don't know what I feel
about space.
Yeah,
it's a weird place.
Like
it is a weird
like
place,
right there.
Because then it makes me think of just more than us, right?
Which exactly
it scares me.
But it's not like they're just like hey, there's the other.
They don't know we exist either.
I think they do.
You think so?
Who's they though?
Them.
Phone them.
Like, I think they know we exist. They've come here before.
I know.
So they know we exist. I think we know they exist too.
Remember the white people stormed Area 51 during COVID?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
And then COVID hit right after. They shut it down. Hey.
I learned about that at a young age. I've been to aliens.
What, alien? Yeah.
My dad was like a book of knowledge.
Yeah.
He was like, there's aliens.
Yeah.
Real.
But then it's like, do they look like us? Do they?
Some of them might. Some of them might
not. I think
They
that too. Like, do they blend? Are you alien? Hold on.
I might be. You might be.
Low key, we might be.
I almost tweeted that the other day. Like, you ever stop and think, like, what if my neighbor alien?
Or just like, from... I think we're living in hell. And when we die...
It's the liberation.
Exactly.
No, yeah.
So yeah, I think we're also an alien.
Or maybe we were dropped off here, is what you're saying?
If you think about it, what is a human's natural habitat?
I don't know.
We built this shit.
But like we could adapt.
That's what I'm saying.
So we could live anywhere.
They knew we could adapt. So they dropped little.
Whoever.
Phone now.
Oh, you talking about the aliens. You talking about you.
Alien them.
Ancestors know.
And like, yeah,
they dropped off Adam and Eve.
Yeah, how did the first like human?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
depending which historian and
that's just a hot mess.
But were we dropped off here from another planet as humans?
And our curiosity, like E.T. of home, makes us look up to the sky
and want to go back.
Right.
So we're never meant to be here.
Galileo and them was like
Galileo.
And
them.
It was definitely probably a group in Natchez.
It was.
Shout out to those who did not get recognized. R.I.P. and we see you.
Yeah, R.I.P. Y'all the real workers behind all the That's funny as hell.
I don't know.
That's why space scares me.
It's very, that's how I feel about other countries where I don't speak the language. It gives me some kind of like that I can't defend myself in a jam.
Yeah.
Where like at least in 26 countries or 27, I can't. I can speak Portuguese.
Oh, true.
So Latin America's covered.
Yeah.
This side of the world, I should be Gucci.
You got the Western
Hemisphere. If I get lost, or if I get kidnapped, I end up in Nicaragua, and I'm like, oh. I will get out alive, in Spanish or Portuguese, but you drop me off in fucking North Korea.
Yeah.
Imagine.
No,
like,
Mamicana.
Imagine like places where their dialect is like naturally aggressive,
like in fucking Saudi Arabia, where they speak the harshest Arabic in the Arab world.
And it's like you can't even read the body language to be sure.
No, exactly. It's like, are you yelling? Or are you gonna kill me?
Like,
or are you happy?
Are you offering me breakfast after?
Yeah, that gives me. So I feel you on space. I can relate with like Earth.
Yeah, I can relate with Earth.
Yeah.
We back to Earth. We talking about Earth. I can talk about Earth, but I can't talk about space. Yeah, like
I was in Turkey. I had anxiety because like I don't speak Turkish.
I've never left the country. I'm leaving the country for the first time next.
To Mexico?
Yeah.
That's nice.
Tulum.
That's
when
nice.
I get out when I get out my hotel, like it's a swim.
Cali.
Ooh.
So I'm gonna be swimming out. I'm up early bird. 5:30. I'm gonna be. Y'all gonna see me on Instagram. Y'all gonna see me on Instagram 5:30 in the morning.
I got some snorkel gear. You.
South Carolina. I'm gonna be in Tulum.
Tulum is on the East Coast, not the West Coast.
She's a traveler.
No, I just like geography, but I know what you were trying to say.
Why? You been there? So why? You don't like tourist sites?
Anti-touristy,
That's fine. I agree with you. I don't like that he's going to a resort either.
Me either. And
I'm
so
doing
my
both next year.
You're going to
I got a resort and I got like a Mexican homie. Just like
Paco.
In the cut.
In the cut. That is funny.
Hey, I gotta figure out how to travel with the guy.
Yo,
Yeah, Mexico.
I'm half Mexican too, by the way.
Are you?
Yeah.
So you're half?
I'm half Dominican, half Mexican.
Half Dominican, half...
Yeah.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Half Dominican, half Mexican? Oh.
This mix. You know math.
I thought she was Puerto Rican.
But you know math.
So it was a trick question. I was fucking with her. But she was like, no, nigga, I'm half this, half that. So I said, okay, cool. Then the joke went to outer space, my nigga.
Oh my gosh.
It's really a third. But I was...
I got the third, but I didn't know where... So I was like... No,
he tried to make you a fifth third.
Fifth third bank?
Yeah.
I was... It was
so you won't go up to space. What about traveling the ocean? Would you consider doing any of that?
No.
No. That's worse.
That's scarier?
Yeah. I gotta pick. Space.
We staying in Earth, but
I mean, the ocean is scary. I can barely kind of do like
the
boat
beach.
shits. Like in the DR, we did a banana boat where we were like sitting on it, and they like purposely tipped us over, and we're like in the middle of the ocean, just floating, waiting for them to come back. It was like. Yeah, there's sharks under here. Yeah. Jellyfish.
And you just floating.
Stingrays. Right? Yeah, you don't know what's under you. No. Fucking turtles. Like, no, the ocean is not safe. I highly don't recommend you go out there unless you're in a fucking submarine. Yeah. Which even those are problematic because of the pressure and if shit goes wrong.
Always, my grandpa always tells me, respect Mother Nature. Respect the water. Like, he's like a little old school Indian. You know, he like, water, respect
the same way.
Like
water, specifically.
Respect that water. Because when you hit that shit, you just like concrete. When you
hit you back.
Yeah.
Oh my God, water. So yeah, the ocean is a scary place.
It's a wild beast.
I almost drowned 6 times.
6?
I believe
you got 3 more lives, nigga.
I'm a cat.
Yeah. Yeah. If you already wasted 6, we going to 9.
He can't swim?
Nah, he can't.
In theory.
Okay.
I can physically swim. I'm not good.
Y'all ever been to Kittyland?
That's lit.
Yeah.
That's how you know you're from Chicago. Just checking.
North Avenue and First.
Now it's a Costco.
Yeah. And
been there several times.
Melrose Park, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Kittyland was my shit. We used to go all the time.
I got stuck in a ride at Kittyland.
Yeah. For like
I think the sign somewhere else south. Yo, have you seen the sign recently?
No.
The sign is literally in a parking lot somewhere. I think if you ride down, I think it's California.
The fact check is usually bad.
Look it up. Let me.
I mean,
I ain't gonna find
that's important.
It was like a staple for our childhood.
It was. I went there a lot.
Yeah.
I liked it there. You need to look up Kittyland.
Kittyland sign, I promise you.
Southside Chicago.
801 North 19th Avenue.
That's not Chicago.
It's not Melrose Park.
Was that Franklin? Northlake?
Melrose.
Oh.
I drove past the sign, that's the point. 2-3 times.
My man was high. He was high, but he wasn't high. You know how we said earlier, he just natural off the oxygen.
Next time when I do it, I'm
take a picture, That's very
video.
picturesque.
It'll last longer.
Yeah.
Does it?
For upcoming DJs, what is your biggest, I guess, piece of advice you'll give them?
For upcoming DJs, the biggest piece of advice I think I'd say, trust yourself, show up for other DJs. This is not just about you, although it is. But like you said, you have a lot of power being a DJ.
Yeah.
You have a lot of control of the crowd. So like it's about you, but also what do you stand for? You know what I'm saying? So anyway, that comes like to marketing and stuff. So like market yourself, trust yourself, show up. Someone told me fake it till you make it.
I see that.
I'm gonna say it because I've used it once or twice, but I'm not. That's not for this.
I think
it's marketing. Exactly.
I think that's
but don't fake yourself.
I think I don't think it's faking it till you're making it. I think it's just like being able to fit in. To fight through adversity. I think being able to do that is fighting through adversity. And
getting through certain situations in those moments. Because it's not about
it's not faking it. You just playing a role. Like you're playing
in the moment so that you can finesse.
Because at the end of the day,
we make it work.
Yeah.
And also practice. Exactly.
How often do you practice?
I used to practice a lot more, but I'm in the middle of moving, and I'm not like settled, so it's been. But when you're getting booked, it's like,
it's like practice.
Yeah. But and then at that point, I'll just like organize my crates. But I used to practice for like maybe a couple hours in a day, like throughout the day, not like at once. I like to do little bursts of like 20 minutes and then go back to it later. Make a mix, go back to it later. I should practice more, truthfully, but I watch a lot of stuff on YouTube too. Like I watch a lot of like other DJs on YouTube
and learn,
learn, get inspired. I'm always
nothing's better than like real experience at the end of the day.
Exactly. So I usually have my shit together, but then when it's time to blend, I just kind of go at it. And sometimes I'm using new equipment, so I'm like, you think you know how you're gonna transition until you're like, oh, I have to use a CDJ. Okay, I gotta figure it out. Yeah. Yep. So the transitions you think you might do are not always like.
That's part of the fake it till you make it part.
Exactly. Like, do you know how to use this?
Yes, of course. I do. Where do I plug my laptop? All right, cool.
Yeah.
Because if you say no, I don't, but I'm gonna figure it out, they'll be like.
Right. No. That's part of like trusting yourself too. It's like, but you have to do the work. You have to put in the work to be like.
Right.
I'd be on YouTube looking up different mixers, how shit works, shit like that. So that's all about like trusting yourself, due diligence. You have to put in the work.
So I just want to give you blessings. Keep working. I see you working. A lot of people see you working. Like the work speaks for itself.
Thank you.
So like I see the work. I salute you. Keep working. Keep chasing your dreams. I know I'm gonna go visit you at Lala and all these big places because I know that's where you're heading. So, on that note,
tell the people where they can find you.
Appreciate you. Yeah, tell them where they can find you.
Yeah, you can find me Mamicana DJ on Instagram and SoundCloud and Twitter if you wanna see me talk shit sometimes.